Hey guys, hope everyone had a good break and welcome back. I guess we got at least till April 17th of the doing the online digital learning school here, so guess we'll make the best of it. I don't. Many of you may know that College Board announced last or a couple weeks ago that I guess it was the end of Friday before spring break that all the AP tests this year will be online and you can do them from home, and they'll only be 45 minutes. They have not released what those exams will be, but I have a feeling since it's only going to be 45 minutes and you're working on it from home, that it's going to be some kind of FRQ probably or an open response, just to see if you guys can understand the material. So, but they haven't told us exactly. I mean, there could be maybe some multiple choice questions on it. Not sure. But we are gonna, and also they cut the last unit from macro and from micro. So, but we had already finished all of micro. But so there will be less things to study for. So since we don't have another unit to finish because the unit we were working on was the last unit, and so I know you guys worked hard on the foreign exchange and the balance payments, and it's good. You need to know it. Colleges will expect you to know it, but it won't be on the exam. That was the unit that they're cutting from the actual College Board or from the AP exam. So, if you did have one more assignment due tomorrow, Monday. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm filming this Sunday night. Um, you did have one more assignment for that. We'll go, please go ahead and turn that in because that will count as one of your assignments, and we'll go over it and everything. But we're going to start reviewing the best we can online. So I'm going to share with everybody this macroeconomic study guide, and I have several things I'm going to share with you. I'll just share all of them, but you'll have them so you can use them. So I got the macroeconomic study guide here that I'm going to share, and we'll just go through some of the units every day. Tomorrow, I'd like for you to go through Unit 1 because Unit 1, Basic Concepts, is reviewing for macro and for micro because Unit 1's the same for both exams, and that is still on there. Then we'll go through macro, and then we'll go through micro, and every day I'm going to have practice questions from that cover just that unit for you guys to answer. And then the next video, I'll go through each question, go through the answers, explain why it's right, why it's wrong, why whatever. And then I also have for the macro test, I have a PowerPoint that's one of the released exams with all the questions. We can just go through those, make sure you understand them. Like I said, guys, I don't know what the format of the exam will be, but it'll probably be FRQs. So we will do some practice FRQs the best we can. Remember, go to the ACDC website, and they've listed all the released FRQs there. So you can go through, you can look them up by year, go through, answer them, and then you can also have the answer key there. But I'll post some that we can work on together as we're doing this. And hopefully April 17th will be the last day we're doing this, and then we'll have at least a couple of weeks together actually in the classroom to finish some stuff up and go over some stuff. Guys, they haven't released the dates of the exams yet either. I don't know. As soon as they tell me or let me know what dates the exams will be, I'll let you guys know. If they ever decide what the format will be, I'll let you guys know. But right now we're all kind of in the same boat. So, but I do want you guys to do just Unit 1. So what I'm sharing with you has all the units, and then at the end of it, it has like this answer. It has the study guide already filled out, but see if you can answer some of these things and look them up as you need to. But remember, Unit 1, this was all the basic stuff. So scarcity, the different types of economics, trade-offs, opportunity costs, the three economic systems. So centrally planned, free market, mixed economy. The production possibilities curve, which was our first graph that we drew way back in August. And guys, it is on the micro and the macro exam, and It is an important curve. So if they go to just an FRQ style exam for this, or an open response style exam for this, it would not surprise me to see production possibilities. Macro guys, it's going to be aggregate supply, aggregate demand. There's going to be an aggregate supply, aggregate demand question, probably Phillips curve, loanable funds, money market. There won't be Forex because that was the unit they cut, even though that's one of the most asked graphs. So you don't have to worry about foreign exchange. But so the really important graphs you need for macro: aggregate supply, aggregate demand, loanable funds, money market, Phillips curve, and then the production possibilities curve, right? So, and the investment demand curve graph. So I'll post all the graphs also with notes and everything. So in case you don't have yours with you for some reason, or you just want to see them one more time, right? So production possibilities, how you draw it. Remember the two different types of production possibilities curves: constant opportunity cost, increasing opportunity cost. So you have those. And then shift, what causes the PPC curve to shift? What does it mean to be allocative and productively efficient? Then practicing drawing the PPC. And then the last two things on the basics is absolute and comparative advantage. Why do countries trade? That still is on there. So remember, output, other goes over if it's an output question. If it's an input question, IOU, input, other goes under. How do you know the difference? Remember, an output question is it says this country can produce this many cars or this much sugar. An input question is it takes this much time to do 1 unit, or it takes this many resources to do 1 unit. So if it says something about it takes this much stuff to make one product, it's an input question. If it gives you the total number of products, it's an output question. Circular flow, um, business, resource market, individuals, product market, how money flows on the one side, on the other, right? Law. And then the basic economics for macro is also the supply and demand curve. Remember, in micro, supply and demand is a big chunk of the test. But in macro, it's just the basic supply and demand curve. So why do we have the law of demand? Price goes up, quantity demanded goes down. If price goes down, quantity demanded goes up. It's law of supply, price and quantity supply do the same thing. They're directly related. So if price goes up, supply goes up. If price goes down, supply goes down. Why are they downward sloping? Why is demand downward sloping? Why is it upward sloping? Right. So do your best, fill this in. The answers are at the end of this document, because this is just a review sheet, guys. It's not grading whether or not you do this. Every day there will be some review questions. That's what you need to turn in for the grade and for your attendance check. Right. So I have an exit ticket for this. The exit ticket for tomorrow it just says, and it would not surprise me if they're going to an open response format for this 45-minute test, if this isn't something they might do. So I gave what I thought might be a question. It just says, with the passage of the coronavirus stimulus, or the corona stimulus, most Americans will be receiving stimulus checks. I think I said, what kind of policy is this? You have to tell me if it's expansionary or contractionary or whatever. What is it going to do to the aggregate demand curve? I'm not going to answer that. You guys answer that. And then, is it fiscal or monetary policy, and explain? So that might be kind of the questions they go along with if they're doing all open response. So it'll be just good practice to see if you guys can answer that question and explain why you said what it is. And then remember the things that shift supply, things that shift demand, substitutes and complements, normal and inferior goods. How do you show me a shortage? How do you show me a surplus? Remember, price floors go above equilibrium. Yes, price floors go above equilibrium and result in a surplus. Price ceilings go below equilibrium and result in a shortage. All right, so that's what I want you guys to focus on tomorrow. Is the review unit. And then, so go through that. Then also I'm going to share with you guys. So this is just a summary of things that you should know for each of the main topics in macro. I'm going to put this in there. This is also just a review sheet. It's not a grade, but the word bank is right there. So there's your word bank on how, try to figure out which one's going which blank. If you want to work on this also, so for Wednesday, just do 1 and 2, and you don't or do 1, 2, and 3, but you do not need to do the part about foreign exchange because that's been taken off this exam. They're not going to be doing foreign exchange on this graph or on this test because of having to cut it short because of they decided just to cut it short since so many schools are out the time being. Then the other assignment that'll be due Wednesday are the 10 review questions over the basic stuff. That's a Google form. I'll post it on there. You guys will submit it, answer them, and submit it. It's review, guys. Those are all released questions from College Board, so it's ways they've asked this basic economic stuff before. So you have those that you need to have done for Wednesday. Remember the attendance ticket. If you guys have it turned in by 4:00 tomorrow, so I can go mark your attendance. And it goes in. It will go in as a participation grade. The review questions will go in as just like a homework grade, and then I will figure out ways to ask you some open response questions, like I think they might ask you, and those actually we graded kind of like a quiz grade. Not tomorrow, not for Wednesday, but you will have some grades. There's some stuff you have to turn in every day. But so we're just going to be going over reviewing Unit 1. So my office hours will be the same as they have been. I'll post a link to for Google Hangout or Google Meet during my office hours, and again later in the day, just in case some of you aren't up when I'm doing my office hours from 9:15 to 10:45 or so. Always like seeing some of you guys check in, talk. But the other thing I'm going to post is the from Mr. Clifford, from Jacob Clifford, the questions that he has done that he did for his app that have the link to the video. So those will be your other videos you need to watch to review for this. So there will be, I don't know how many there are, but there will be several video links. So look at those questions. Those are the ones that it'll give you the question, the answer, explain why that was the answer, and then a video explaining that concept again. So you can watch his videos again. Email me, get on tomorrow, Google Meet. If you have any other questions, I like talking to all of you guys, and we'll do the best we can. And I'll share with you guys also my graph notes. You'll have all the graphs, the topics that are usually are often forgotten for macro, and then you have the macro review sheet. And each day we'll discuss some of the stuff. So Wednesday or tomorrow, I will discuss any of the basic economics concepts. So my video for you guys on Wednesday, I'll go over the answers to that quiz. Or it's not really a quiz, but I'll go over the answers and explain why the answer was what we marked it as. And then if you guys have any questions or anything, you don't have to email me during office hours. Email me anytime, and I'll have Google Meet going. So like I said, I hope most of you guys, I hope all you guys, not most of you, I hope all of you guys had a good break. Maybe you're able to get outside a little bit and enjoy the weather, but practice good did practice good social distancing, so we can get get through all of this, and we'll see. Maybe I'll see you guys April 17th, and in person. If not, we'll finish the year the best we can online here, and then guys, I will just give you all the review materials that I can. Anything that College Board has, I think they emailed you guys. You should be able to have access to their like review sessions and everything. I will check and see if that's true or not, but you should be able to look at some of their stuff also. If you have any questions, so tomorrow we're just focusing on Unit 1 here and the basics. And remember, this is for macro and micro. Macro, micro basics are the same for both exams. And as soon as I have any other information about what your exam will look like, because they sent out a survey to AP teachers, and I did the survey, and they're supposed to let us know the results. As soon as I find out any other information about the exams or anything, I'll let you guys know. Look over this, just the basic economic concepts. Think up some questions. Email me if you want to email me tonight. I'll be ready. We can have answers tomorrow. If you need me to type anything up tomorrow and share with you guys from any of this, but you have the answers. Let me show you here, guys. So the first few questions. So you will not need to do. You will not need to worry about Unit 5, international trade. You do not need that anymore. That's what's been cut off the test. So loanable funds is the last thing you need to be worried about, and then there's all the answers in blue. So you have all the review information you need. Just work on the Unit 1 one tomorrow. All right. All right. I hope you guys have a good day. Good night. Hope to see some of you tomorrow on Google. See you later.